Good morning on this beautiful September, pre-October weather morning. Headed up to Martin's Rebuilds to install the charge while driving generator project on his newly rebuilt ER Rapid Red Lightning. I'm glad we waited until this point to try it on one of Martin's trips, because there's been a lot of little polishing and tweaks that I've done to the software that is going to make the first videos where he publicizes it a lot better. So I'm just leaving Tulsa. See, I've got 99% battery, and we've switched the interface to Android Auto. We just thought that forcing people to use a Magic Box device is probably it's just an added cost. It's not necessary. We got everything in the user interface really nailed down to one screen is all you need for operation. You don't need any buttons. It's all 100% automatic. So we do have setting screens for things like an auto start, auto stop system that we've built, which is yet to be tested very well. So that's another part of this test that we're going to do on Martin's truck. Also, I wanted to address the fact that I've got 99% battery, and currently I don't care about the SoC for this system, although we'll probably put some kind of limit in there where you can't charge above at least 99%. As of right now, you can actually charge it at 100%, but you got to remember that this big battery in these trucks, 7, 11, or even 20 kilowatts is absolutely nothing for these batteries, even when you've charged them to 100% before a road trip like I've done. 20 kilowatts is nothing. You let off the gas pedal in normal drive mode and you get over 20 kilowatts at highway speeds. So, plus you're using that power going down the road. So a worst case scenario would be if you started charging while driving at 100% battery and then you stopped and let it continue to charge. You stop the vehicle and let it continue to charge. But we're gonna limit that. We're gonna basically implement an interlock for that. So you can't even run the system above 99 or maybe 95%, something like that. So anyway, here's the interface. I can't film this with my phone and operate the screens at the same time. I'm also running lane centering, which I call Blue Cruise 1.0, but and I've got the map routed. So this is the first time I've tried to take a video using my system and navigation and my phone. So you can see these auto start stop settings. We can enable them. I've got them disabled right now. Adjust the speed at which it starts and stops, and there's also other parameters about the start stop system that can be adjusted that we may or may not put in the settings. But this first dashboard is really all you need to operate the system, and there's no inputs on it. It's just data. The status up here is 100% indicating the status of everything that's going on. There's basically many text to value conversions in this PID, and so in plain text it tells you exactly what is going on. So I'm going to manually start the generator right now. I've got this little remote, and depending on what generator you're using, will determine how you're going to start the generator. We've got also a manual way to start the generator if you have the remote system plugged in. But as of right now, we're trying to decide on which generator we're actually going to send with Martin on the first test. We've got some stuff in the works, and with Duromax, and we've actually got a Duromax generator that can do 11 kW continuous on the way right now. So hopefully that arrives before Martin leaves, and we can get that set up with the remote start-stop hardwired. It will also have a remote, I believe. And so charging at 11 kilowatts continuous is going to make for the best first test. And then that's, every Lightning can charge it at 11 kW. So that's a great first generator to use, and ultimately one to recommend if that's the one we recommend in the end. So I'm going to start the generator right now, and I can hear it come on. You probably can't in the video. It's an inverter generator, an iGen 11 kilowatt. And so you see my system here says pre-charge sequencing. That means that the EVSE has came to life and has actually provided the signals that the charger needs to start charging. And so our system then runs through the sequence of checks that the vehicle does to get the system charging, and then says charging once it's in operation. You can see how the kilowatts slowly climb. That's standard. That's how the charger behaves on grid power, and it will climb up to the setting that I have it set at right now, which is 7 kW. I've consistently been able to get 7 kW out of this iGen 1100. It's 1100 max, so yeah, it's going to be its continuous is going to be much less than that. So I found that 7 is a good continuous number for this generator. I've ran this generator at 7 kilowatts for many hours on drives to Texas and Missouri. So I guess that's all I'll explain right here, and I'll let Martin explain the rest and the ins and outs of how everything works in his first video. But you can see a net power meter here climbing, and that's your net generated power. And so you can use that however you want to basically indicate how much power you've put into the system. And you can also surprisingly accurately calculate fuel in your generator off of that number, because it generates so consistently once you've characterized it with your generator. So we might add that feature to a fuel gauge on our system, where you can estimate the fuel left in your generator once it's characterized for your generator. So here's the module. We'll be doing a lot more professional job with Martin's car. We've got an enclosure, and we're putting everything up in the front area. So I might make another video, but look for Martin's video soon. Thanks. Hey, I've just made it to Martin's Rebuilds, and you can see I'm at 75% battery, left at 99%. You'll see the trip meter in a minute. I went about let me cancel this route. Went 75 miles, and I'll go ahead and show you stopping the generator. I'm gonna hit stop on the generator, and you'll see here that it reverts back to ready. And so I'm getting right at 3 miles per kilowatt hour equivalent. A little over 7 kilowatt hours generated. So here we are. Martin's ready, and we're gonna get this kit installed.